Good morning, guys. So I am going live on Instagram as well as Facebook. So if I'm looking in one direction or technology doesn't help me this morning, just bear with me. But I wanted to share this morning about some summertime essentials, how you can use essential oils in the summer just to help you kind of deal with all the summer things, right? Summer is like, it's not like, it is the best time of year. Like, it is a time when there's lots of happiness, lots of sunshine, lots of fun outside, but there's also lots of things that come with it. Morning, ladies. Like cuts and burns and upset tummies and, you know, being around the campfire and congestion, all those kinds of things. So I want to show you how easy it is that you can use essential oils to kind of help combat all those home things that happen, right? Especially in the summer. So there are basically 3 ways to use essential oils. I'll just break that down really quickly because most people think that the only way you can use them is through diffusing. So diffusing is really good. That's aromatically. So you pop it in your diffuser, you rest, relax. Like, I like to put it in my diffuser for sleep. Most of the essential oils that I use kind of for sleep are things that like are calming, relaxing. So a really good kind of thing to think about is if it's something to do with the brain, like sleep, emotion, stress, diffusing it or inhaling it, even just like putting a little bit in your hands and breathing it. That's going to help kind of work with those things like sleep, emotions, mood, because it goes right into your brain, into your limbic system. Your limbic system is the area of your brain that controls your mood, your memory, your emotions. It's a powerful part of your brain, and essential oils can work for that. So that's how you do that. Topically is another really easy way to get oils onto your body. So I just kind of put some oils on the back of my neck. I love to use oils for emotions in that way. You can put them on your wrists, behind your ears, wherever you're feeling. If it's something physical, like you got an achy back, you got a sore knee, I've been having a sore neck the last few days, put the oil right where you're sore. Like, it just makes sense. Have a sore tummy, put the oil right where you're sore. If you want to use both, you totally can, but like, if you have a sore tummy and you're diffusing something, it's not going to work as well as if you put it right on, okay? The third way that we can use essential oils is ingesting. So we have a line that is either called Plus or Vitality, and they're just labeled as they've been approved by Health Canada to be able to be ingested. So that's super cool. It is the exact same oil, like a bottle of lemon is the same like this as it is in our Plus or Vitality line, and that's something that's really important as well, is having quality essential oils. So yes, you can go to the store, you can buy them at like Sobeys, you can probably buy them at the dollar store or Walmart, but what's in them might not be the best, especially if you're putting them on your body, inhaling them, or ingesting them. And like, that's the way you're going to use them, right? So Young Living has been around for 29 years. Something that is really special about our company is that we have a seed to seal promise, which just means that there is no there's no pesticides, there's no harmful chemicals on the ground. It is more than organic soil, which is super cool. They use hand weeding, natural like herbicides. Try to be as sustainable as possible. Like, use every part of the plant, don't waste, and they test everything. So from the seed, all the soil, the harvesting, distilling, making sure the plant has everything that it needs, because yes, it can smell like an oil. Like, this could smell like a lemon, but if it doesn't have any of the properties of the actual lemon of the plant, then it's not going to help us from a health perspective. And then they bottle it, ship it to us, and that's all taken care of. So it is a lot of work. It's a lot of practice, a lot of testing, and that's something that Young Living is excellent at. So I'm going to chat about some ways that we use oils in the summer specifically. All of the oils that I'm going to mention are in this starter bundle because they are legit, like the head to toe. Everybody needs them in their home. This is like your wellness bundle. So if you've not used essential oils before, this is most likely where you'll start. Most people do, just because you save a lot of money and you get a really good kind of guide of everything. Okay, so in summer, how can we use them? So I'll start with lemon because that's the one I had pulled out. Lemon is such a mood booster. So I don't know about you, but when it gets a little bit cloudy, when it gets a little bit gloomy, I feel that and I notice a shift in my mood. So lemon is one that you can diffuse, which is really powerful to get in. You can do what I said before called tenting and just rub it in your hands and inhale it. Like that just kind of helps, bring that joy to your mind. And if you're like, that doesn't work, search some PubMed articles on it. It is so cool, the studies that have been done with essential oils and how they affect our brain, our emotions, and our mood. So lemon is a great mood booster. So diffuse it, tint with it. One thing to be careful of in summer, especially with lemon, is that it is photosensitive, which means just like some medications can make you photosensitive and your skin is more sensitive to the sun, lemon will too. So yes, you can still use it, but would I be like putting it all over my face, heading to Mexico, or sitting out in the sun at the lake? No, because your skin's just going to be more sensitive, and you're just going to be at more risk to burn. So you can use it on your skin and on your body, but make sure you have like 8 hours kind of between. So like put it on in the evening, go to bed. I like to use it for an acne spot treatment. So I just literally go like this, rub it on, but I would do that and like not be out in the sun all day. Another really good use for lemon is getting rid of kind of sticky gunk and residue. So if you're a parent, you probably have sticky gunk and residue all the time in your car. If you're traveling, maybe you go to the cabin or the lake, this is one to have on hand for a great drive as well, just to kind of keep that mood up. You can diffuse while you're traveling and driving, but as well, if there's like any gunk, stickies, marker on the wall, gum on the seats, that kind of thing, lemon is going to be a really nice one to help clean. You can also make like just a little scrub at home with it and clean like the counters and kitchen. Even if you've got like some camping dishes that are just like not getting clean, lemon is a good one to add in. Okay. Another one that is so good for summertime and all time, but is RC. So this one stands for respiratory congestion, and it is good all times of year, especially during cough and cold season, because it's going to help with respiratory support. It's got different types of eucalyptus in it, which is great for your respiratory system, but especially in summer for camping, fire pits. I don't know about you guys, but there's been some forest fires the last few years in the summers. So any kind of like airway, you're around fires, you're around smoke, that kind of thing. Even allergies like the dust, the pollen, that kind of stuff. This is going to be a really good one to help. So you can diffuse it. What I like to do is just kind of put a little bit on the sides of my nose if I'm having a little bit of congestion. You can put a drop in your hand, tint with it again. You can even put some carrier oil, which is just like a coconut oil or olive oil, in your hands, rub it on your chest, on the back, even for kids. So kids can use oils, they just have to be a little bit more dilute than you or I, just because they have thinner, more sensitive skin. So you could put, say, 1 drop, a bunch of coconut oil, rub it on the spine, rub it on the bottoms of the feet, if they're getting any kind of like congestion, cough, cold congestion, that kind of stuff. So a super powerful one to have on hand, like all the time. You don't want to be caught without it. And there's lots of people actually right now that are going through tons of like summer, spring cold. So a really good one to have on hand for allergies, around fire pits, that kind of thing. Another summer one, I don't know about you guys, but I like to go on hikes and walks and swimming and all that kind of stuff. So our muscles are going to be used in probably different ways than they have been for the last winter season. So a good one to have on hand is Panaway. So Panaway, you can kind of think of pain away. This is like our natural Rub A535. That's what I think of. So for me, I can put it directly on my skin. I've used it before. I know what the sensation is, but with oils, you should always do a little patch test for yourself, because some will get warm, some will get cold. That's just the way they work, right? Some will not really have a ton of sensation, but you want to know how it affects your body first. So put a little bit on your arm, see how it does for you. Panaway is one that gets a bit warm. So you would not probably want to put it like all over your face, but you'd want to put it where you have any kind of pain. So I've been having a stiff neck lately, so I've been putting it on my neck and just kind of rubbing it in with a little bit of coconut oil. You can put it in the bath. So if you go on lots of like hikes and walks and you want to have a nice relaxing bath after, you would put maybe a little bowl of Epsom salt. You could even put some pink Himalayan salts, pour a couple drops of Panaway in there, and then throw it in the tub. Water and oil don't mix very well, so if you're putting it in your tub, it's gonna float to the top and kind of sit on the surface, and it might irritate your skin, versus if you put it on your Epsom salts, throw it in the bath, it'll just dissolve really great. Have on hand for any kind of like achy back, joint, muscles, all that kind of stuff. So I know we're gonna have that if you're out enjoying your summer. Let's do lavender. So most people know what lavender smells like. It's actually one of the most synthetically created smells. So for me, I hated the smell of lavender before I smelled what pure real lavender smelled like, because I thought it just smelled like old lady. Like it was super perfumey, didn't enjoy the smell. I was like, ew, this like doesn't smell very good. But that's because I was just like fake synthetic lavender that I had been smelling, you know, in potpourri or in scented lotions and things like that. And that's not really what lavender smells like. Like it does a little bit, but smelling pure real lavender, like it just smells different. It's not my favorite scent again, but it is really relaxing. It's calming. This is kind of the one that you want no matter what. Like if all else fails and you don't really know what to use, have lavender on hand. So lavender is good for any kind of like cuts, scrapes, burns, summertime. Maybe your kid trips. I've got a little like finger cut. I can just rub it on. Maybe you cut your hand when, you know, you guys are having a wiener roast. Lavender. Maybe you burn your finger or your kid touches the end of the wiener stick. Great. Lavender. Maybe you got a little bit too much sun. Great. Lavender. Maybe you want to have a nice relaxing sleep, you know, and it's warm out and you had a busy day and you just need some help unwinding. Lavender. So you can pop it on the bottoms of your feet. Maybe just give yourself like a little bit of a foot rub with some coconut oil. You can diffuse it, which is a really nice way, again, to get into the brain and help with sleep. You can also put it in different kinds of like creams and things like that. So if you are somebody that likes to make, I don't even have one here actually, like a little roller, just put like some coconut oil, a little roller, and lavender, whatever else you want in it. You could just pop that on the back of your neck or on your wrist if you need a little bit of help like relaxing or before sleep. That's going to be a really powerful oil for that. And it's kind of good for whatever. So if you're like, oh, I don't know, anything, try it. Like if you get a bug bite, a mosquito bite, a little bit too much sun, just give it a try and you'll be amazed at how well it works. Okay, speaking of bug bites, the next one is Purification. So this one, I kid you not, is like, I took a picture of a mosquito bite I got a few years ago at the lake, and the mosquitoes out there are like unreal. Like one time I got one, it was like on the side of my like eye, and it was so big. I got one on my hand and it was like this big. So I took a picture of it right away. I put some Purification on, and within an hour it was gone. Like, and when I mean gone, like it stopped itching. I couldn't see the mark anymore. I had to take a picture and like look at the time and be like, yeah, that was like an hour. Like it really was my hand. It works so well. So any kind of like skin irritation, I got a spider bite once, I put it on right on my skin. So you can dilute things with like a carrier oil, like coconut oil, olive oil, or you can use things neat or straight, which just means like going like this and putting it on your skin. So I'm able to use a lot of things straight. I've used oils for 6 years. Remember, just do a little patch test and see how it affects your skin. But I just put it, I put it on straight on if I've got a little bite, scratch, whatever, and it goes away like almost instantly. If you are somebody, or you or your kids has, you know, irritations, if you get mosquito bites, that's again a really, really nice one. So this is one you want to have on kind of all hand. You can also make your own like bug spray and bug off with this as well. It has some citronella in it. You could also diffuse it, set it up outside the cabin, on your patio. A nice one to try keep the bugs away. It also is really good for getting rid of smells. So you might have some smelly lake clothes. You might have some campfire clothes. You can put a couple drops in with your laundry soap. So we use the Thieves laundry soap, and I just put a couple drops in there to help get rid of that smell. You can also make like a spray. So if you've got some smelly summer shoes, maybe the kids are in sports, nice to make a little spritz and pop that in the shoes and just help get rid of that smell. So this one works so well for summer. Okay, this one, I'll do these three next because these three come with me everywhere and they all have little roller tops on them. So you can buy little rollers on their own, or when you get a starter bundle of oils, you get one with it. But they're just little rollers that can fit on any of the oils. So they go like this, doesn't matter what size, and they will pop right on top. So for me, I'm all about easy. Is it going to be fast? Can I use it quickly? Like, what am I going to use often? I will put my little rollers on. So peppermint I keep with me always, and I always keep a roller on it because I use it for head and neck tension. So I'll put it behind my ears, on my temples, on the back of my neck. It works so fast. Like within seconds, you start to feel cool, that tingly, and it will cool down your entire body. So if you've never used Young Living Peppermint, less is more. Use a little bit at first, and then you can always apply again because it is so cooling and it works so well that your whole body will actually cool down. Like if I put it on right now, I would probably need a sweater because it just cools your body down that well. It works so well. So peppermint's great for that. It's great for sore muscles. So if you get like a tight, achy back or neck, it's great for anything kind of stomach wise as well. So if you think of peppermint tea and how that's really soothing for the kind of digestive system, you can put it maybe if you get a little bit of heartburn, a little bit of tummy cramps. It's really great for that. And like I said, it cools you off so much that it's so great to have in the summer. Like anyone that is around me in the summer will know this is like my little old bottle. I just keep refilling it. It comes in my pocket in my jeans always. I don't like being too hot. I have a pretty picky like temperature gauge. I don't like being too hot. I don't like being too cold. I like the summer, but I don't like being like too hot or I start to feel kind of nauseated and ill. So I'll put a little bit of peppermint here. I put it behind my ears. I put it on my back. It just helps cool down. So this is one that comes legitimately everywhere with me in the summer. It's also really energizing. So if you're going on long drives, driving to the lake, we drive like almost 8 hours to go to the lake. It's a great one to diffuse, to just kind of keep the energy up and keep you focused. And Digest is another one that comes with me always, and it has a roller on it. This one I have never in my life and would never diffuse. To me, it smells awful, but it has a purpose and it works so good. So if you're somebody that gets a little bit of kind of upset stomach, maybe you have too many smokies around the campfire, which is me some days. Have a few too many ice creams at the lake, also me some days. You can literally just roll this on wherever you kind of feel any kind of like tummy upset. It's kind of like a natural Pepto-Bismol, so it's really good for like cramping, bloating, if you haven't having a little too much going to the bathroom, not enough going to the bathroom. Rub it on wherever. I have heard that like if you roll it one way, that's kind of get things going, roll it the other way to slow things down. I'm simple, I'm lazy, I'm like, oof, I'm just gonna roll it everywhere. If you're a little bit bloated, or if you know that something kind of irritates you, like maybe if you're like, yeah, we're having, steaks for supper out at the lake and it's heavy and meat always kind of does that to me, apply it before. So put a little bit on your stomach and have that there. This one is so good to have around for kids as well because nobody likes an upset stomach. So the fastest way to ruin a get together or when you're out on the beach is to have somebody that's like, oh, my stomach's sore, like, oh, I ate too much, or I have an upset tummy. So keep this one with you always. And I keep the roller on because I don't like the smell of it and I don't want to touch it. But I will just rub it wherever I kind of feel it, any kind of like tummy issues. I have heard too, and I've not tried it because I don't like the smell, but I've heard it's really great for respiratory support as well. So some people will put it like on their nose or on their chest. Haven't tried that yet. Another one that I keep a roller on because I love to use it. This is one that is a really special oil. Frankincense is only grown in 2 places in the world. So this is again why Young Living is so special and is such a unique company, is that we own a farm in Oman where frankincense is grown. So it takes like something crazy, like 150 years to grow these trees. It takes a long time once they tap them, they get the resin from the frankincense tree to be able to let it dry, to distill it, to process it. That's a long process and it's a really sacred and traditional process. So we have a farm in Oman that we can grow the frankincense, and it has been grown for thousands of years. And we have a farm there that distills it, processes it, all that stuff. So that's really important because some oils are created synthetically, like in a lab, and then some oils are just bought on kind of like the big market, right? So one company will grow them somewhere, who knows where, and then they'll just like sell it to different companies. That's not what Young Living does. We grow all of the oils on farms around the world, so that's super special. So frankincense was grown right where nature and God intended, with the right trees, the right soil, the right climate, all that kind of stuff. It's a really holy traditional oil. It's great for meditation, great for sleep support. I find it really calming and relaxing, so that's why I have a roller on it. So I will like to put it behind my ears. So if you're feeling a little bit of stress in the summer, or you guys are stuck in a vehicle for long hours traveling to the beach or the lake or to see family, frankincense is one that I really like to stay just kind of grounded and calm. It's also really great for skin support. So this is what I use every day on my skin. I put a couple drops or a roller like this, and I'll put a little jojoba oil and I'll rub it all over my face. You can even rub it directly on your face like this. Again, do your patch test, make sure that your skin is comfortable with it, but that's what I use on my skin. That's it. That's like my moisturizer every day. So this is another one that's good for skin support, so you can keep it with you if there's any kind of like cut, scrapes, burns, and just to give yourself kind of, you know, more supported skin, right? It's going to help with all that kind of stuff. Aging, all that good stuff. So this one is a really, really special oil. Okay, another one that we love. So if you've heard of Young Living, you have probably heard of Thieves Oil. That's kind of like our claim to fame. It is a really special oil. It's created after a legend in 15th century France when there was some people getting sick and dying during like the plague, and some people were not getting sick or were able to, you know, withstand that, and they were captured, as the legend goes, and they were asked, you know, what did you use? It was a different blend of plants and herbs, and Young Living created this oil based upon that story. So it is a blend of different plants that works together to be really supportive for our overall wellness and our immune system. It is approved in Canada as a natural health product for cough and colds. So you know that it has investigation done that it is supportive for immune support, for our wellness, to deal with coughs and colds. So you can diffuse it, especially if you're traveling, especially if you're out in the summer, especially if you're not in kind of your normal routine, or maybe your sleeps aren't the same and your body's being a little bit more used in the summer. Diffuse it often. What I like to do as well is roll it on the bottoms of my feet every night and every morning, and that just helps it get on my body and helps support me as well. You can put it on your chest. You can put it on your nose if you want. It does get warm. Like I said, do a patch test for all the oils, but it will get a little bit warm, so you probably want a coconut oil or olive oil to help kind of dilute that. But it is a powerful one that you don't want to be without, especially during summertime, especially during like cough and cold season. And before I forget, so lemon, lavender, and peppermint that we went over earlier. So these three together are really great for any kind of seasonal problems. So if you're somebody that in spring and summer, the trees start to get all the fluff, these are the ones that you're going to want to diffuse. You could also put them in a little roller, or just roll them on the sides of your nose, or put them on your chest. That's going to help with that as well. Copaiba is the next one. And this one is, I would say, very underutilized because it doesn't have a very strong smell at all. It's gentle. I kind of think it smells like black pepper to me. It's really mild, but it is great for any kind of like inflammation. So you can add it to other things. Like I like to add it to Panaway in the tub. You could add it if you make a roller with your lemon, lavender, peppermint. Or you can use it straight. So I know a lot of moms use it for teething support for kids. They'll just rub it on like the gums and the jaw. You can use it for pain directly. So let's say you've got a sore achy back after you've been sitting in the car for a long drive, going to the beach or the lake, or if you have a cabin or somewhere, maybe you're heading to the mountains for the summer. Another one that you can add as well, and you can even mix them together. That's the beautiful thing. There's no right or wrong. Like if you're like, I'm really drawn to this one, like I just want to try that. Great, use it, apply it, right? That's the beautiful thing. They're plants and they're really intuitive. So you are intuitive, you know your body. Let yourself, you know, use the oil and see, what do I like? Do I not like? Where do I want to put it? Copaiba is nice for that. You can just add it to kind of anything. It has a similar compound. It's in the same family as CBD. It's called BCD, the compound that is Copaiba. So it'll have similar kind of effects like calming, good for the skin support, good for inflammation. So you can put it on directly. I know lots of people that use it in their skin as well. It would be a good one to have on hand in the summer as well, just to be really gentle if things happen. So yes, I love lavender, but if you want to put this as well for like after bite, that kind of thing, these ones would be really good because they're nice and gentle and soothing, and you could apply them often. Okay, last but not least in this starter bundle, where most people choose to start, is Northern Lights Black Spruce. This one is such a special oil. So like I said, Young Living has farms all around the world, and in Canada, where I am from, we cannot grow we can't grow everything. Like, we just can't. That's just the way it is. That's our climate, but we can grow black spruce. So we have a farm in Fort Nelson, BC that grows black spruce trees, and spruce trees are really, really grounding. They're healing. They're really great for sleep support, kind of that confidence and strength. Think of a tall tree. It's really grounded, firm, like strong, right? So I love black spruce for sleep. I like to mix it with lavender. That's a really, really nice combination for sleep. So again, you can diffuse it, put it in a roller. You could even make a little sleep spray just in a bottle with some water. Water and oil, again, don't mix super well, but if you shake it, or what you can do is put something called witch hazel, which is just helps it, mix together with the water, or even a splash of vodka. That will help the oil and the water mix, and mix them together, make a little sleep spray, especially if you're traveling. If you're like, yeah, we're going to be in the camper, like, we don't have a diffuser, we don't have power all the time, make yourself a little spritz or a roller, because that's going to help too. And even if you don't have those, just roll them on your body. So I love black spruce for sleep. I also just really find it really like confidence and grounding. So I love to do yoga. I like to mix it in for that. Also just for like a perfume or a cologne. A lot of guys like that for a cologne. So those are the 11 oils that come in the starter bundle. They can be used obviously all year round, but it's amazing how much they can be used in the summer, especially because we think of different things that will come up. Like we'll have aches and pains if we're, sitting in a car driving for multiple hours to get to, say, the mountains or the cabin, or we'll have allergies in the summer, we're outside, or we'll be sitting by the fire and we'll get that respiratory, just sneezing, coughing, or a little congested after being around the fire. Or you want to have a good sleep because you guys have been out all day and things have been crazy and you're just kind of wired. Or, you eat too much next to the campfire and now you're like, I had too much ice cream and too many hot dogs. I need some digest. Like, it's so cool that these oils can be used in so many different ways, like all the time. But especially in summer, it's cool to see them like in action in summer things. So those are the oils that come with it. You get a diffuser. You get one of the little roller balls, like I mentioned, to add to any of the oils. You get a couple little sample things, which you could put your oils in if you want to travel a little bit lighter. Of Ningxia Red, which is something that I drink every single day for immune support, energy, mood. It's really supportive. It is a whole food supplement. So it's got wolfberries, which is a great antioxidant. It's great for immune support, mood, digestion, hormones. This stuff is the best. Your kids can drink it as well once they're on solids, and it's just something I would never go without. So I bring a bottle to the lake, or I'll bring these packets and keep them in the car always. And then you get a hand sanitizer, which is probably like the most talked about product the last couple of years. But what's different about this is that it still is effective. It still kills 99% of germs. It's still approved by Health Canada as a natural health product, but it doesn't have the nasty gunk in it. So it's going to have aloe vera gel in it, which is really not drying for the hands. Like, it actually helps support the hands. Thieves, some peppermint. It smells really good and it actually works. So this is one we keep in the car. I've got one in my purse. I've got one in my work lanyard. You just want to have this on hand, especially in the summer when you're probably might be not able to wash your hands as often. Like if you're camping, maybe you don't have running water for the weekend where you are. It's just a good one to have on hand, especially when you're driving around and traveling. So that kit is $199. It comes with everything you need. Most people start that way because you get that head to toe support. Like, you can use these endless ways, and it's nice to start with one place. So if you went online and looked, you'd be like, ooh, there's like 600 products. Where do I start? What do I choose? That's why most people choose a starter bundle. It does not mean you have to order every month. You can if you choose. We have a great free rewards program. It doesn't mean you have to sell the products. You can if you choose. We have an amazing business opportunity, but it just means that you're getting the products into your home and they're supporting you. So if you do not have a Young Living account, you can message me or the person that sent you to this video, and I can help you get started with your free account. You can always check out the link in my bio if you're on Instagram, or my website, which is sunandmoonessentialoils.com, and I'd love to help you get started.